The galaxy had been in a precarious equilibrium for centuries, preserved by tense partnerships and a common goal to steer clear of major conflicts. Humanity's disrupted admission into this galactic order, as a relatively new power, changed the status quo. Earth introduced a mix of inventiveness, resourcefulness, and tenacity that attracted respect and mistrust. Some extraterrestrial societies considered humanity to be a possible ally, while others saw them as an increasing danger. Tensions in the existing hierarchy started to rise as humanity's technological advancements exceeded projections. Earth underwent a shift in just a few decades, from a young interstellar civilization to a powerful force capable of contesting long-standing norms. The alliance and galactic coalition of dominating alien species grew increasingly apprehensive about humanity's quick advancement. Their uneasiness shifted to animosity when attempts to expand human influence brought them into direct rivalry, with factions in coalition territory, especially in resource-rich areas. The coalition charged humanity with going beyond its limits, labeling Earth's behavior as hostile and disrupting diplomatic talks, followed by calls for humanity to leave the disputed regions and submit to coalition supervision. These demands and ultimatums were unacceptable, undermining humanity's sovereignty and ignoring its attempts to participate in the larger galactic community. The coalition's reluctance to acknowledge the equality of all peoples indicated their intention to repress Earth's potential before it could fully evolve. The response from humanity was firm yet resolute. Earth's leaders highlighted their dedication to peaceful cohabitation while demonstrating their refusal to accept oppression. Despite Earth's efforts to defuse the coalition's escalation, they made it clear that they would not back down. The message sent by human command to the galaxy was straightforward but uncompromising. If war is what you choose, let us demonstrate how it's done. This declaration sent shockwaves through the galaxy. Alien societies, particularly those outside of the coalition, were shocked by humanity's opposition. Their belief was validated by this response. Humanity was too risky to be allowed to flourish unchecked. Earth's declaration of resolve was a pledge not to be coerced into submission. As war preparations got underway, humanity's special advantages became clear in contrast to the coalition's rigid structures. Earth's centuries-old tactics, dynamic and adaptable teams, combined with scientists, engineers, and the armed forces, developed innovative technologies and strategies. AI systems with real-time analysis were integrated into every facet of Earth's defensive system, giving humanity a degree of cooperation the coalition hadn't expected. The tenacity of humanity was further evidenced by its ability to swiftly mobilize civilian industries, converting them to aid in the war effort, producing cutting-edge weapons and starships at an unprecedented pace. Years of planning for possible. War ensured that Earth wasn't starting from scratch, but building on a solid foundation. While the coalition maintained faith in its advantage, outnumbering humanity's fleets by a considerable margin and with millennia of interstellar warfare, their arrogance would soon prove to be their biggest flaw. While the coalition aimed to defeat humanity through sheer force, Earth focused on accuracy and flexibility, targeting vital supply routes and infrastructure rather than engaging in prolonged conflicts. This strategy interfered with the coalition's ability to coordinate its forces. The initial significant encounters revealed the magnitude of humanity's qualities. Coalition warships, used to overpowering their rivals, found themselves outgunned and outmaneuvered by Earth's well-coordinated forces. Weapons created by human engineers were designed to exploit the coalition's weaknesses, shifting the balance of power in Earth's favor. As the battle intensified, the coalition began to realize the difficulty of their task. Humanity was not merely defending itself. It was redefining the rules of combat. The coalition's confidence gave way to annoyance and fear as Earth's forces continued to triumph despite the obstacles. The realization that humanity could not be easily suppressed sent shockwaves throughout. the galaxy, urging neutral factions to reconsider their position in the conflict. Despite humanity's successes, they remained vigilant, aware of the potential dangers. The coalition's experience and resources meant that prolonged hostilities could still prove disastrous for Earth. Therefore, humanity prioritized survival, maximizing efficiency and minimizing losses. Each engagement was carefully planned, focusing on strategic goals rather than superficial victories. The early stages of the conflict showcased humanity's ability to rise to the challenge. What began as a fight for survival had transformed into a fight to redefine what it meant to be strong. The defiance expressed in humanity's declaration of war became a rallying cry, not just for Earth, but for others in the galaxy who were disillusioned with the coalition's oppressive rule. As the conflict progressed, it became clear that humanity's strategy was not just about winning battles, it was about altering the power dynamics of the galaxy. The coalition's arrogance was not only misplaced, but also a poor calculation of the magnitude of humanity's potential. Humanity's response wasn't merely a display of power, it was a redefinition of what it meant to battle and endure in a galaxy governed by outdated notions of power and control. The stage was set for a conflict that would not only determine Earth's future, but the future of the entire galaxy. As the war intensified, large galactic sectors became battlegrounds, with space stations and commercial lines caught in the crossfire. The destruction was immense, leaving scars that would last for generations. However, humanity's ability to adapt and focus on long-term objectives while managing immediate crises further highlighted the distinction between their methods and the coalition's. The war grew larger, and the coalition found it increasingly difficult to maintain control as their leadership struggled to coordinate a response to humanity's flexible and unpredictable tactics. In contrast to the coalition's brute force, humanity's strategy remained centered on precision, adaptability, and avoiding unnecessary losses. As the war reached its peak, the conflict evolved into a test of endurance and strategic acumen. With the coalition's forces facing mounting challenges, it became increasingly clear that humanity's ingenuity, flexibility, and commitment to survival were the keys to their success. The war would leave a lasting impact on the galaxy, not only shifting the balance of power, but also proving that even the most established powers could be challenged. The defiance of humanity had transformed from a mere act of rebellion into a defining moment that would change the future of the galaxy forever. The targeted strikes were catastrophic, supply chains, and recently strengthened human control zones. In response, humanity produced computed precision instead of corresponding to the brute force of the coalition. Earth concentrated on the overwhelming numbers, reducing losses and increasing the influence of cutting-edge AI systems. A crucial part in organizing defense, predicting coalition movements through maneuvers, and planning retaliatory attacks that took advantage of holes in the adversary's formations. Adaptability was still frustrating. Commanders of the coalition found it difficult to acclimate to the distributed and swiftly changing tactics. The counteroffensive of the coalition revealed its own vulnerabilities and the requirement to handle big forces from many species with distinct logistical difficulties. These were caused by priorities, something humanity took advantage of by focusing on vital communication and supply center nodes. Earth interfered with the coalition's capacity to coordinate their fleets, frequently ending up stranded or incapable of efficiently leading due to expensive delays and errors. The coalition force's psychological toll expanded as the Dragon, troops in battle, who once had faith in their superior strength, were now up against an adversary that was not just getting by, but also methodically destroying their morale. As human strategies provided conventional coalition tactics outdated, Earth's forces remained unwaveringly motivated by the shared recollection of treachery and a mutual resolve to persevere as the war intensified to unprecedented levels. Another dimension of humanity's strategic ingenuity emerged through the use of secret activities. The forces of Earth penetrated areas under coalition control, gathering information and sabotaging essential infrastructure, as well as sowing disputes within the coalition. These missions were carried out with surgical accuracy, significantly weakening the coalition's capacity to act as a unified force. When combined, the ripple effects deepened internal conflicts, as member species of the coalition attributed each other's shortcomings to one another. The reaction of the coalition to these setbacks grew more frantic, deploying experimental technologies and committing whole fleets to offensives with great danger, trying to take back the initiative. Although some of these initiatives were successful, they frequently came at a high cost to the alliance's unity. They stopped depending on brute force, but their unwillingness to adjust to Earth's changing strategies simply made their losses worse. The adaptability of humanity went beyond Earth's leaders on the battlefield. They realized that long-term survival required more than just military triumphs. The first diplomatic attempts were made with neutral groups and marginalized species who had a lot to offer during the coalition's rule. These efforts were successful, as multiple factions started offering secret assistance to humanity, providing knowledge and even military aid, bolstering their place. This change in alliances revealed a widening crack inside the coalition, once seen as a cosmic order, now regarded as a repressive government unable to deal with the galaxy's changing truths. Humanity's resistance turned into a guiding light for those seeking change, motivating campaigns that questioned the authority of the coalition. While these advances complicated the conflict, they also strengthened humanity's status as a growing force capable of changing the future of the galaxy. The coalition fought to keep humanity in check, but showed a more profound reality about their need for conventional power structures and strategies. They were unprepared to deal with an adversary who flourished on innovation. With fortitude, as the coalition held on to Earth's existing hierarchies, it